Welcome back to Insight. We are joined now by Emily Hart, the owner of 2E's Winery. Thank you for being with us. We've talked so much about the facility itself. Now let's talk a little bit about the actual winery. Tell us about the process of creating this winery and building it. How did the idea come to be?
Well, it evolved from, I'd probably say about 7 years from the relationship that I've had with Eric. When we first met, my dad was making wine in the basement. And Eric was interested in it. He said, tell me about winemaking. And they went down, they made wine together. And then a few years after that, we thought, well, maybe this should become a business. And then 4 years of planning, and here we are.
Wow, fantastic. And obviously, you contacted Mark, and we were remiss not to give you Mark's website. So let's go ahead and do that. CME Corporation's website, cmebuilditright.com. You can also see the phone number there, 745-0251. By all means, please contact them because he is fantastic at what he does. Emily can attest to that. So you got in touch with Mark, and the process went from there. Tell us what that was like.
Well, it evolved. It was several years that we were planning with CME, and as anything does, we started off with certain plans, and really there were changes, and we changed the location of the building, and there's always, with construction, there's always things that come about, but I am so happy with how everything turned out. At the time, you think something, we were going to build it on the top of the hill, and then that just didn't work out, and we had to move it to the bottom, and now I just can't imagine it anywhere else than where it is now. So it's just for the good, for the better.
It really does help that they have the architect there with them, doesn't it? I know you were involved a lot in the design process. That's what your degree is in, and that's what you love to do, but having that architect there kind of helped you put those design plans into motion, didn't it?
Well, definitely. As you said, I'm an interior designer. I'm not an architect. So when I could work so closely with their architect to really make my vision come to reality, I worked together with him on the functionality of the building. Because I know how to make things look pretty, but I don't necessarily know how to build it.
Sure.
So it was really nice to be able to work hand on hand and together with him to make this dream come a reality.
Tell us about some of the events at the winery. That has to be some of the fun part, and certainly to see those dreams come to fruition has to be exciting.
Well, we've noticed everyone loves to be there, so we want to give everyone a reason to come back, and events are huge for that. We've brought different events on weekends, or we like to bring out food trucks on Saturdays, but I'm definitely planning a lot of private events. We're already getting Christmas parties booked and other corporate events and things like that, which is really exciting to bring more people out to the winery.
Absolutely. I'm already thinking about perhaps a bachelorette party for my little sister. So how do we go about booking private events? Is it a matter of calling you?
Calling me. I take care of all the private events.
Okay.
So you can just email me, and you can get on the website at 2es.com and find out emails and contact us through that.
That's fantastic. Do you do wine tastings and tours of the winery? I'm interested in a tour because knowing that the facility itself is so fantastic, I would love to tour it.
Sure. Well, we're open up every day, 11 to 7, and we do free tastings every day. And as far as tours, we just kind of do that upon request. So if you're interested and we're able to accommodate you, we'd be glad to.
That's amazing.
Let's talk about the wine.
Let's do.
Let's just talk about the wine. Let's talk about some of the unique wines that you guys have.
Well, we like to specialize in unique varietal wines, and what a varietal is basically the type of wine. I compare it to apples. There's Fuji apple, there's Gala apple. Well, the same thing with wine. There's thousands of varietals of wine out there. There's more than just Cab Merlot and Chardonnay. So a few of the wines that we have that are a little unique are Aglianico, Dolcetto, Tannat, Nebbiolo. We have unique fruit wines such as Asian pear and plum. So we just like to offer something different than you can find at any liquor store or grocery store.
Yes, please.
Yes, I'll take them all, maybe. They have a lovely wine slushy, too.
That's right. You're
kidding. No, I wouldn't kid about something like that.
Let's talk about your location. Where are you, and how do we get there?
We're right on 24, very easy to get to. We're just about a mile and a half outside of Roanoke.
Okay.
So if you're driving from Fort Wayne, it takes about 10 minutes outside of Fort Wayne off 69.
And it's nice if you just want to go with a couple girlfriends and just set out.
That happens all the time.
Yeah, a nice little country setting. You can set out and enjoy an hour and just chat, can't you? You guys have some tables outside there.
We do. We have outside seating. We also have some tables we can easily bring inside for seating on the rainy days.
Quickly, let's talk about your grapes and that type of thing. Are you growing, we noticed a few of the vines, so are you growing grapes right here?
We are. We have a small vineyard. It's about an acre, and we're going to expand it up the hill eventually. But as of now, we're importing a lot of our grapes and we're excited to make some wine from our own grapes eventually as well.
How exciting. Well, this whole project is so fantastic.
It is.
I can't wait to try some of your wine.
You should, and because I have, and it's great. So head out to 2E's Winery. You can go every day from 11 to 7. Give them a call if you want to schedule your own event, 672-2000, or check out 2Es.com. It's another great building by CME Corporation. We'll be right back on Insight.